First time using the Vaseline that I bought in Irwin today. I put this on my feet because my socks and my shoes are both starting wet today. And this is supposed to stop water from getting into my feet and rubbing and giving me blisters. I hope it works. Pretty sure today is day 54 on the Appalachian Trail. I'm moving a little slower this morning. The rain kept waking me up in the middle of the night, so I didn't get the greatest sleep, but I am hoping to get out of camp by like 7:38 because I have almost 14 miles to do today and I need to do a resupply, and I'm hoping to shower at the place that I'm camping tonight, so would like to get there a little bit earlier if possible. And I need to charge my things. I got a lot of stuff I gotta do today, so I really gotta get moving. I think I might skip out on the hot breakfast and just eat some bars while I walk. Well, it's more clear than yesterday, but it's still pretty cloudy, so I really doubt that there was a view of New York City from the West Mountain Shelter. So I'm really extra glad I didn't walk that entire 1.3 miles to that shelter, because the only reason I wanted to camp there was to get a view of the skyline. I'm pretty sure this right in front of me is Bear Mountain, and I will be up there in 3.4 miles. But first we have to go down, obviously, before we can go up again. If I'm lucky, we'll go down and then up and then down and then up. Just kidding, guys. I love this trail. Even when it goes down and up and down and up and down and up. Oh man, I almost sat down on the rocks back there and there was a chair up here waiting for me. Getting spoiled on top of Bear Mountain right now. We got porta potties. Oh, you're not even ready. We have trash cans. I already put most of my trash in there, but I do have a little bit more. And you won't even believe it, but there are vending machines. We got a bunch of snacks. I don't need any more of those, though a lot of these do sound so good, but soda? Maybe I'll get a soda. Oh no, it might not be freaking working. When finished, press the button. Oh, What? No. $5. Oh my god, yeah. So none of these machines seem to be working. The one that has the $3 Arizona won't give me an Arizona. Oh, I'll survive, but that does kind of suck because my next water source isn't for like 9 more miles. Like, I don't think that I can get water until I get to the Appalachian Deli, unless the zoo has water in it. Maybe they do, but it doesn't say that there's water on the guide. So that's a long time without water, and there hasn't been water since I've gotten on the trail today. So I started with 1.5 liters, and that somehow has to last me like 12 miles. The trail goes along this lovely little gravel path for all the day hikers that go up to Bear Mountain, and it's so nice. I'm like still going downhill, but I don't have to think about where I'm putting my feet because there's no rocks. It's just gravel. Just been cruising. So I'm currently on the lowest point on the Appalachian Trail. Elevation is 120 feet. Right here at the zoo. Cool stuff.
It looks nice. Mommy, stop, mommy.
Alright, one crazy climb left today. This is what stands between me and a meal at a deli. That's a good motivator. I got the audiobook in and I'm ready to crush this hill. I made that climb out to be bigger than it actually was. That really wasn't that bad. There were stairs pretty much the whole way up, and a trail maintenance crew was actually there installing some more stairs, like fixing the trail up. So that was cool. So I got to stop and talk to them for a little bit. Now I'm going downhill, and then we have one more kind of big uphill, and then it's pretty much downhill from there. So that is exciting. Today's gone by honestly really quick, and it's been a lot of relatively easy hiking, at least just compared to what I've done the last couple of days. This feels easy, and so I might actually have plenty of time to do the things I need to do this evening, which is cool. I am probably gonna have to hang out here for a couple of hours to charge my stuff. I thought that the place that I'm staying at tonight was gonna have chargers or outlets, and it does not. And my battery bank is pretty much dead, my phone is pretty dead, my GoPro batteries are pretty dead. So I am going to have to hang out here for a little bit and charge some things, because after this resupply, my next resupply is not going to be for like another 3 or 4 days. And that'll be also probably the next time I can charge my phone that I'm aware of. So yeah, things I didn't have to think about back in Georgia to Virginia, and now I've got to think about it a lot more. Like, where can I charge my stuff? I'm not going to be staying at hostels as much. There aren't really any hostels here anyway, so I have to be more strategic about charging and Wi-Fi and resupplies now. So it's just a different experience for sure. But I'm figuring it out. It's just weird. Back on the trail. The Appalachian market back there was the start of my deli-blaze. I don't know if I've talked about it yet, but I do plan to deli-blaze on my hike. Deli-blazing is what it sounds like. I'm going from deli to deli for my meals. So I do have a decent amount of food in my bag, just in case places are closed or I can't do as much mileage to get to a deli, all that stuff. Obviously I can't eat every meal at a deli, so I still need breakfasts, lunches, dinners for the days that I'm not gonna hit a deli. But I think it's gonna work out where like every other day I can stop at a deli for either lunch or dinner. And in the case of today, I stopped at that deli. I got lunch, which was my Philly cheesesteak. It was delicious. And then I also got another sandwich for dinner. That's currently in my backpack. Just got an Italian sub. So that's gonna be a fun way to do the trail. A good way to get some good meals in while I'm out here. And it keeps the weight of my pack down. Because besides water, the heaviest thing in my pack is food. And I don't need to carry as much because I've got all these delis coming up that I can get meals at. So yeah, deli blazing. That's what we're doing. I was hanging out at that deli for probably like an hour and a half. I sat there mostly to charge my stuff. I didn't know that there were gonna be outlets at the spiritual center that I'm camping at tonight. So I just charged up all I could because a lot of my stuff was pretty dead. I didn't want to risk running out of phone battery or anything. That's my navigation, and also can't like edit videos and stuff if everything's dead, or even make them. So yeah, I sat there for a while, charged stuff. I ate my lunch, then I got a resupply, which I just keep forgetting to talk about my resupplies now that I'm back, so I'll try to be better the next time I resupply, whenever that is. But yeah, just got a bunch of random little snacks and stuff. That deli was really just a gas station with a deli in it. And so it was a bunch of gas station food. It wasn't super exciting. I had a bunch of food left over from my last resupply. I way overbought food at the grocery store when I went to the Warwick drive-in. And so I had lots of leftover food. But honestly, ended up being a blessing because now I don't have to rely solely on gas station food to supplement my deli blaze. And then hung out with a couple hikers outside of the gas station for a little bit. Enjoyed a nice long shoes off break and planned out my next few days, at least like a general idea of what my hiking could look like. And now I'm back on trail for a half a mile. And then I'll turn onto a blue blaze that is also half a mile long and will take me to, I really need to learn the name of this place, but something spiritual center. They offer camping outlets, showers, and porta potties to hikers. I guess they've been doing it since 1970, which is super cool. Sounds like it's on a baseball field. I'll show it to you when I get there. I chose this place because, I mean, it's 14 miles from where I was last night, but also there's a shower. I knew I was gonna want a shower because a couple of the days since my last one have been pretty hot. Really looking forward to that. What a day. Today's been good. I made it to the Graymore Spiritual Life Center. I got the full name down. Looks like there's only one hiker here so far, which makes sense. It's 4 p.m. so most people are getting to camp a little bit later. But I'm liking the early days while I adjust with my foot, which, by the way, is 0 pain today, 0 pain yesterday. So I did 11 miles yesterday and this is 13.8 today. And literally 0 pain, like not even a 1 out of 10, like it's a 0 out of 10. So that is just, man, that feels so good to say. It gives me a lot of hope. Now it's like an hour later. I got myself a shower in the shower back there by the pavilion, and then since there was a sink and I have time, I went ahead and did some sink laundry. And the sun should hopefully be out in this field for maybe like, I don't know, maybe another hour. The shade is slowly coming this way, but we'll get it as dry as we can, and it's gonna be a sunny day tomorrow. I have at least one dry shirt and my shoes will be dry. I can deal with the rest if I have to, but I'm trying to get it all dried out up here on my tent. I think it's gonna be a clear night, so it's a rain fly off kind of night. I feel so good and clean. I have a nice Italian sub dill pickle chips and a Sprite waiting for me at the pavilion for dinner. My things are charging, and then I think I'm just gonna spend the rest of the night editing videos in the pavilion, honestly. So then hopefully the next time I get Wi-Fi, I can upload all of those. Like I said, the logistics of this part of my thru hike is just very different from before. I was relying really heavily on hostels, I'm realizing, and so I'm trying to figure out how to do the hike without relying on hostels as much. It's obviously hard to do here. That's because that's hard to do in this area, but also that adds up pretty quickly. So I'm sure this is a better, more affordable way to do it, but it's definitely just an adjustment. So feeling good today. Glad that I came here and didn't try to push on like a bunch of other people did. This was the right choice. My body feels great, so the amount of mileage that I'm doing right now works, and that makes me really happy because my goal would be to get up to about 15 miles a day if possible, and I think that that is going to be possible pretty soon since I did 13.8 today, and again, no pain, no soreness in my body. Elevation, I think, was around 3,000 feet up, 3,000 feet down-ish, maybe a little less, like 2,800 or something, but still some decent elevation, and I did some good mileage, and my foot didn't hurt, so I feel hopeful that we're gonna get to a point where 15s are gonna feel comfortable and possible again, and that will get me up to Katahdin in a reasonable amount of time without me needing to stress about getting there. So, yay! I don't know how much more I will film today, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say goodnight now, and I will see you in the morning for another day. Maybe another deli, maybe not, I don't know. We're gonna just see where tomorrow takes us, but New York, baby. having a good time. Good night, guys. It's all my laundry on the top.